Yes, I've been doing this for 1 year. It is time to celebrate my Webiversary. Note the confetti. That's a trick that I learned in Pinnacle Studio. It's actually supposed to be a scene-changing transition, but I figured I would just use it to fake confetti because I didn't go to the store and buy any confetti. Most likely it's because I just didn't want to vacuum up all the confetti after doing this. So I could use virtual confetti and never have to touch anything on the floor. I wanted to talk real quickly and about my habit of saying real quickly because I do that all the damn time. I wanted to talk real briefly, yes, that, briefly, which I have already failed to do, about some of the things that I've done in my videos and some of the reasons why I'm still YouTubing. I'm not that good a YouTuber. I think that should be considered pretty damned obvious. Oh, I forgot to turn this light on. You were hoping I would forget that. Look, see, you can tell it's on now. As I mentioned, I'm using Pinnacle Studio 24. I didn't get this until December or January. I think my wife got it for me for my birthday. It did not arrive until January, so I didn't start using it until after that. It's more pronounced in my February videos where I started using it. But my earliest videos were done literally on my phone on a selfie stick. A flimsy selfie stick like this, with a couple of kinks in it from when my daughter was using it. But literally all I do is just clamp my phone in it, stick it on my stool beside my bed, and talk to my phone. I had a little inset picture recording device that I would use so I could play games while I was doing videos. And I use that to feature my favorite game, the Wandroid #1, and I was constantly doing this and having to grab the phone because I didn't want to have both hands occupied with, or one hand occupied with holding the phone while I filmed. So I put it on the selfie stick and I would do this, and so that kind of added to the annoyance factor of my videos, the background constantly moving while I was sitting still, apparently. Also, the sound was really bad. I did not have an external microphone, which I now have. I have a condenser mic. We had tried to get me a lapel mic, but as we found out in experimenting with it because of my emphysema, you could hear me breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and it was really aggravating, so he said, we can't do that. Sorry, nice try, Sean, but it's not going to work. So anyway, they later got me this condenser mic, which is a great tool. Has the foam on it to keep the ambient noise out, and records my sound better because I can be further away from the phone while I'm recording this way. I can be way back here and you can hear me as loud as... Okay, enough of that. But anyway, so yeah, my earliest videos were pathetically unwatchable because the audio was bad, the video was bad, and my presentation was lame. I'll go ahead and admit it. I was nowhere near up to snuff on being able to present publicly. My speaking cadence was slow. My delivery was pretty boring and lifeless because I was trying to explain something, not because I was trying to entertain. But still, I could have been more animated than that. Sorry, I was not very well practiced. I wasn't experienced. I don't know how to do these things. I don't have the practice. I think that's what needs to be said here is the reason that you keep YouTubing is because you need to keep practicing. You need to keep practicing in order to get better at it. And that's what I just didn't have at the beginning. So my delivery sucked. I admit that. And my delivery is still not that good. But part of it is because of my emphysema. I'm short of breath sometimes, so I can't do a whole lot of talking for a long time. Because of the acid reflux and the many years of abusing coffee horribly. Your happiness and job performance are influenced more by coffee than any other factor. But you know what? After 40 years of drinking about 2 pots of coffee a day, it will wreak havoc on your stomach lining and you will end up with acid reflux. I'm not saying to stop drinking coffee, I'm saying to be prepared for this. You will need to take omeprazole for the rest of your life after you stop drinking coffee because of the high blood pressure issues that it causes. Yes, when you get old, that will happen too. See, emphysema, my throat gets raspy. But I wanted to talk more about some of the highlights of my YouTube career last year. I know everyone's getting tired of me constantly advertising my book, but I have to because it's my book and I want it to sell. And since it's not selling yet, I have to keep trying. I did do a full audiobook read-through of this novel, but it's not really that good. Although it's my material and I don't falter in reading it that much, I do mispronounce a couple of words. I stammer a couple of times. My voice gets nasally as my sinuses started to drip. I forget what time of year it was, but it was my hay fever was acting up. So I started to get all sniffly, and that came through in the reading. So I need to redo that one. And of course, yes, I'm going to redo my Wandroid video, but I had a great deal of fun doing videos testing exotic foods from Japan, China, wherever. My favorite is the Kit Kat video. I did matcha flavored Kit Kats and they were pretty good, but they were actually matcha chocolate. These are Ubi Kit Kats. They're based on the flavor of a Japanese plum, and from my understanding, they're not made from actual chocolate. It's just a an umi flavored coating candy. Note the lime green color, kind of like the matcha Kit Kats, except the matcha Kit Kats were a darker green. This is a bright green. What a great fragrance. This is my third take, so you know I've already eaten 2 of these before, and I'm supposed to act surprised when I bite into it, but you know that that's a lie. So I'm still going to do it anyway because that's my job. Oh, that's good. It's a bright fruity flavor. It's not... Don't expect it to taste like chocolate if you get these. I'm going to put the link in the description. The link to the place where you can buy these in the description. See, I get all mealy mouthed when I eat these things. But I'll put a link to them in the description below. And of course there's going to be a link to my book. Naturally, I always do that. But I want to talk about my next project. I'm supposed to be doing a video on an extended playlist of Clockwork Angels. I'm doing it for this website that I'm adminning with Andy Kinnear and Louis Banizak on this Rush Discussions website on Facebook. And we have a lot of fun with it. We do a song of the week where we talk about a song for a whole week instead of just a day. And Andy is really good about putting some extremely thoughtful and in-depth comments on some of these songs. So if you go to that group and look at some of the posts on there, look in the comments. Some of the best commentary is what Andy posts in his responses. But yes, I still have yet to do my Clockwork. I'm going to do my mustache like Neil Peart's mustache when I do that. That's why I've been letting it grow so long. By the way, did you notice I got a haircut? I've been doing a lot of videos lately with very, very bad hair. But the highlights, again, I'm known for doing lava soap trolling. I have a over 30-minute long video that is completely silent, just me scrolling through a bunch of pictures that I posted on Facebook of sharing lava soap ads and putting really absurd, weird, bizarre, sometimes horribly off-color commentary on them, but not directly trolling lava soap, just kind of making jokes about them behind their backs, basically. Another thing that I like to do is I like to advertise banana moon pies in all my videos. I finally got my wife to get me a case of 6 24-pack boxes, so I've been having an endless supply of moon pies while I've been doing videos for the past several months, but I'm about to run out. I'm down to about halfway through my last box. I redid my care package video for Patricia Prieto. I had done a care package video for her several years ago, back before the internet even existed in a popular form. I mean, there was an internet back then, but I didn't know about it. But anyway, so I did a care package video. And yes, sneeze all you like. I'm not going to edit you out. Where I pretended to throw a lot more into a box than would fit in it, including a full frozen chicken, a fish, a gallon of milk. I think in the video I did for her years ago, it was a half gallon of ice cream. And I did it by, you can see it in the video. I need to redo it because the angle of the camera was wrong. But I did it by getting a leaf table and pulling it apart so that the leaf space was open, put the box in front of that, and pretend to throw things into the box, but actually throwing them into the space in the table. And I included some of these cookies. I'd really like to send some of these to Patricia because they're really good. They're like a pecan sandy with all sorts of different nuts in them, but also white chocolate chips. But they're really, really good. It's a pecan sandy like cookie. I don't know if you've had pecan sandies. But if you're outside of Texas, you can get these at the HEB website. And I'll put a link to them in the description below. But I think that's all I wanted to say right now, except for more confetti, more confetti. And yeah, look forward to more fun with Pinnacle as I learn more about it. There was a training thing you could get for it, but I didn't feel like paying for it, so I watched the free 2 weeks worth of it, and basically I'm learning off the cuff from it after that. Well, because I'm not a monetized YouTuber, I don't make any money off of this. I bought the ring light and the diffuse light with my own money. This here was a gift from my wife. This here was a gift from my friend Sean Gartland. I refer to him as Chowderhead. It's an endearing nickname. It's not really an insult or anything. Well, it was at the time when I first coined it, but it's an endearing nickname now. What else? Oh yes, I'm not likely to get monetized ever because one of my favorite videos is a sponsor unfriendly vlog where I go on a rant about the business practices of websites like Spotify, YouTube, the platform that I'm on, I'm criticizing openly. And it was a really harsh video. But, you know, I'm going to do another video where I go through the past year of videos and show off how they fail, why they fail, how they suck, how they need to be redone. I also want to redo my Franz Kafka app video because I liked that a lot. But I think that deserved somewhat better treatment than it got. What else? Like I said, I talked about this. Nasally, dripping and stammering and mispronouncing words. I talked about these cookies, I talked about moon pies, I talked about lava soap, I talked about the Kit Kats, I talked about Pinnacle, I talked about Rush discussions, it'll be in the description below. Talked about the selfie stick and the wavering camera thing. Oh, also, when I first started, this was my only light source. Aside from the lights and the ceiling fan, which I have to turn off now because I can't replace the... It's an old ceiling fan. I can't turn the lights off. I can't turn the fan off when the lights are on. So if I turn the lights on, the fan will be running. And it's got a burned out motor, so it whirs constantly. So finally I decided, you know what, I just need to turn that off and get other lights. So this used to be my diffuse light source. I would shine it at the wall and the diffuse light would reflect back to me. I can't be doing this because that would be horrible harsh lighting with harsh shadow on this side. So I had to point it at the wall, but it wasn't quite enough. So I had to get these two lights that you see here. And that's the story behind that. So, is there anything else to say except continue to celebrate my 1 year? And I'm getting better. I'm not all that good, but glasses sliding down my nose. I'm still not really that good, but I'm getting better. And I'm going to continue practicing. I was hoping to do this video somewhere other than home, in my usual setting. But I just figured, you know what, I needed to get it done. Because otherwise, who knows? I might just miss my anniversary and not celebrate. How could you possibly not celebrate your 1 year anniversary on YouTube? Except by insulting it. Which I've done. Fairly often. So yeah, then there's that. I'm never gonna get monetized. Thank you though. Thank you the viewers who have been watching. Thank you for your continued support and all that gibberish. Fans, I don't have any, so what am I supposed to say about that? Um, and I'm just gonna eat the rest of this while I'm letting the film run out. There's no film here. This is my phone. It's an expression. Okay? Happy Webiversary. That is really tasty. It's really good.